The fate of the Orcs was more tragic than we imagine. The land of Mordor, once powerful and invincible, was destroyed. Sauron was defeated, but in the end, what happened to the infantry of the Dark Forces? Before the First Age, deep in the heart of the Middle-earth, where ancient forests whispered their secrets to the trees and mountains stood as silent sentinels, an evil force emerged. Melkor, a heartless lord, sought to create an army to rival the greatest races of the land. In the forgotten days of the past, when the elves lived in beauty, Morgoth made a fateful decision. The Dark Lord lured these pure beings into the hidden caves of Utumno, the first and the greatest fortress of Melkor, and with his magic transformed them into one of the vilest creatures of the land. The eyes of the elves lost the light of the stars, their skin darkened, and their hearts became hollow. These fallen elves became soldiers and slaves of darkness, their very existence a testament to Melkor's corruption and cruelty. Tolkien believed that the creation of the Orcs was one of the Melkor's most significant and worst sins. Creating a being and turning it into a tool for malevolence was indeed an unforgivable sin. These creatures were not skilled warriors, but their sheer numbers somewhat compensated for this weakness. They participated in many wars, which was one of the main reasons for their gradual extinction. If you have enjoyed this content so far, you can like the video. The greatest losses of the Orcs occurred in these 4 wars. Number 1. The War of Wrath. This war took place at the end of the First Age and involved elves, men, great eagles, and the Valar against Melkor's forces. This battle resulted in the expulsion of Melkor from Arda and the slaying of many Orcs. Number 2. The Battle of the PELENNOR Fields. This battle occurred in the year 319 of the Third Age. Orcs, as part of Sauron's forces, participated in this battle, resulting in the deaths of many of them. Number 3. The War of Dwarves and Orcs. This battle took place in the year 2799 of the Third Age. Orcs suffered heavy losses and were massacred in the battle against the Dwarves, especially in Dimril Dale. Dimril Dale is a valley in the east of the Misty Mountains, beneath the peaks of Redhorn, Silverteen, and Cloudhead. Number 4. The Battle of the Morannon. The final Battle of the Ring in the year 3019 of the Third Age at the Black Gate. Orcs were decisively defeated. After Sauron's second fall, many Orcs were killed. Some fled and others surrendered, begging for mercy and survival. It is said that in the early Fourth Age, men, elves and dwarves killed many orcs, but this slaughter gradually stopped, and the remaining orcs were left to their fate in the remote mountains. The remaining orcs lived in a very bitter life in the Misty Mountains, living in the worst conditions. They became solitary bandits, lurking in the shadows, attacking and looting travelers, sometimes even losing their lives in the process. During Aragorn's reign, he decided to grant the lands around Lake Nernon in southern Mordor to the Orcs and the humans who had previously been slaves, leaving them there. As the years passed, the numbers of Orcs dwindled, and their terrifying army completely disbanded. Their hatred had not diminished, but their purpose was lost. They no longer had a master to both hate and obey. The brutal and hate-filled nature of the Orcs guided their lives. In Tolkien's writings, there is no mention of their redemption. As in all sources, the sole purpose of the Orcs was to create terror, war, and destruction, goals they had no role in choosing and were born with these feelings.